started fixing and flipping, right? Because HGTV makes it seem so easy and simple,
Yep.
right? So, you just buy something ugly, you fix it. And so did that. And I'm sitting on the stoop of a 1920s built house in Richmond, Virginia. And the guy pulls up in his white Dodge Ram and he hops out. He's like, "Hey, bud, what's going on, man?" He said, "We're getting ready to do a house down the street. It looks like you're getting close. I want to check your finishes out, make sure that we're going to be comparable when we come to market with our property." I was like, "Yeah, come on in." Proud, right? Somebody wanted to see my stuff. And we're walking through. He's like, "Oh, you took that wall out and that granite is amazing. And you got the sink in the island. Not too many people are doing that." And we go upstairs. He's looking at the tile. He's like, "Oh man, this stuff's amazing. You did a really nice job here." And so he's getting ready to walk out. He's saying thank you and bye. And he stops in the threshold of the door. He looks back at me. He says, "Hey, do you know anything about that building behind the Chimbo Mart?" I said, "The apartment building?" He said, "Yeah, that one." I said, "Yeah, I tried to buy that 4 or 5 months ago." He kind of looks at me. He says, "Well, I'm gonna make an offer on that this afternoon." I said, "Oh my goodness, you're the guy I've been looking for. You are not going to make an offer in the building if you don't have experience. So you already own some multifamily, don't you?" He said, "Yeah, I do." I was like, "Please don't leave me out." He said, "Well, what are you going to bring to the table?" I, "We'll figure that out. Just don't leave me out the deal. You're the person I needed to meet in order to get to the next phase." And he asked again, "What are you going to bring to the table?" I said, "Man, look, I'll figure it out. Just don't leave me out." And so he just kind of shrugged his shoulders, walked through the grass, hopped in his truck, drove off. Friday came and went. I didn't hear anything. The next Friday came and went. I didn't hear anything. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait, this is what I've been waiting for. This is the person I needed to meet. The problem was I couldn't articulate my value to the deal.
Yeah.
Right. And so he made the offer. It got rejected. And he went and talked to a guy that I used to lend money to when I had a job. And he said, "I'm only comfortable doing this deal if Jerome's in it with me." And so now I'm in the game, right? Because he needed this guy to be the general contractor. I'm coming to the table. And so the three of us are going to buy the deal. And then the broker threw his commission in, and then the property manager joined the team. So the five of us buy this $1.3 million deal. And it's crazy because through all that, I ended up being the asset manager on the project. And whenever you buy from a big commercial brokerage house, there's a press release that happens whenever that transaction consummates. And it says, "Rising real estate star partners with proven real estate investors to revitalize Churchill Town." And I'm reading the article like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I realized they were talking
I'm
about
talking about
me.
you. I'm probably.
And I'm like, this is outstanding, right?
Yes.
And the funniest thing happened. My phone started ringing. They wanted to know what else I had in pipeline and if I could have lunch with them so they could show me the products and um, if we were ready to refinance it. Did we already have plans for it? And I'm thinking, I don't even know what a portfolio is or a pipeline. Like, what are y'all talking about? I got one deal. And 3 months ago, you didn't want to talk to me. But now we closed the deal. So the whole game changed, right? I was the expert. And so I didn't want to waste the opportunity. So we cultivated some relationships. And then I left Richmond and came back to Greensboro and started buying deals here. And coupled that with people development. So what I found is, and I knew this when I was in corporate, but there's a ton of people who just don't enjoy what they're doing in order to make their living.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing it because it pays well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a different type of bondage. It's a different type of slavery. And so it's my goal to help people figure out the how. I